nightmares.
I remember a 2-homer game run that he had against Assad in St. Louis earlier this year.
He can flat out swing the bat for a long time also.
He's really a good all-around player. Good defense. He's a good base runner. Bob Brenly used to manage him in Arizona, and he said he's one of the best players you could ever have playing for you. Here's the 3-2, fouled away, played every day, very quiet. Just did his job and did it very, very well.
Yeah, he was one of those guys that I was very surprised that Arizona let go, right? That was one of those moves that you just, when you have anchor players like that, you don't want to let them go.
Deep fly ball to left down the line in the corner, curling and going foul. It had the distance, fouled by maybe 10 feet.
But there's a little catwalk just beyond the pole, about 20 feet, still in the ballpark, where it's kind of a bridge between the bleachers and the seats, and this ball lands on it. There was no doubt this was going to be a home run, but now that we see the replay, it's a good 5 feet foul. But a long way.
3-2 to Goldschmidt, pulled foul on the ground toward third. Are dogs ever allowed on a catwalk?
That's a great question.
Well, every once in a while, Ron, I come up with them.
I would have to say yes.
Happy to hear that.
Do they ever have a dog walk?
I've not heard of a dog walk, but thanks for asking. Here's a pitch down low, and that's ball 4 to Goldschmidt. Leadoff walk. That pitch didn't miss by much. In fact, the catcher, Bethencourt, was ready to throw it around the infield.
How about it didn't miss?
It was a strike. It sure was.
I think Goldschmidt thought it was a strike, too, and they didn't call it. Bruce Dreckman missed that one. That was a two-seamer that came back. That's the entire baseball is in the strike zone box that we get in our booth on our monitor.
Cubs baseball brought to you in part by Grainger. The Cubs count on Grainger's help to keep beautiful Wrigley Field running. To get the products you need, call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, official partner of the Chicago Cubs and Wrigley Field. Nolan Arenado, the batter. 1 ball and 1 strike on Arenado. 2 for 4 with an RBI last night. Great defensive player at third base. Bounce toward third. And it's going to be foul. Paredes tried to backhand it. Had the ball kick off of the fingertips of his glove, but it was a foul ball. In fact, he probably heard the umpire, Jeremy Rahak, yelling out foul, and that's why he didn't really make a serious effort at stopping it.
Yeah, that's fortunate for the Cubs. If that ball is fair, it's going down into the corner.
Arenado's power numbers are down. 11 homers for the year, 46 driven in. Pitch is high for a ball. 2-2 on Nolan Arenado. Season average of .265.
Yeah, you look at, Goldschmidt with 17 bombs and Arenado with 11. Both of them having below average years for them.
Breaking ball gets away from Bethencourt, but not very far. Holding at first is Goldschmidt. Let's keep an eye on Goldschmidt at first.
I would be surprised if Goldschmidt goes because of the strikeout possibilities with Arenado and how well Bethencourt throws behind the plate.
At one time when he was younger, Goldschmidt would be a very effective stolen base man. He's got a pretty good lead at first. The stretch, he is running. The pitch popped up foul and back out of play. I remember in his early days with Arizona, Goldschmidt would pick his spots very judiciously, like 8th inning tie game. He would steal a bag.
Yeah. But he can still run. He scored yesterday on a base hit from second base on a sharp single and just outran the play. It was very, very good base running play.
He's running again. This ball is bounced slowly to a charging third baseman, Paredes. Running throw to first to get Arenado. Good play by Paredes. Safe at second is Goldschmidt. No score in the game. 1 down, second inning, and the batter is Lars Nootbaar.
Well, this worked out exactly like Marmol, the manager of St. Louis, wanted. You get motion going with Goldschmidt. Arenado does not swing and miss and puts the ball in play, which is what you want if it's a strike, and you stay out of the double play.
Here's the left-handed batting Nootbaar taking a strike. Goldschmidt's career high of stolen bases, 32 back in 2016.
How many home runs did he hit that year?
He hit 24 and drove in 95.
How about that year?
The left-handed batter fouls it away back near our booth and out of play. He has stolen over 160 bags in his career.
Would you ever think, without looking, that he had more stolen bases than home runs in a year?
I would have said no.
I would have said no.
To answer that question.
That's pretty impressive, though.
He had other stolen base years of 21, 19, 18, 15. And again, I've always appreciated those guys, Ron. Here's a pitch high, 1-2. They're not running just to be running.
Right. No,
and just
not
trying
at
to
all.
add their stats. Yeah. They're running to try to win a ball game at a specific time, late in the game, usually. This ball is low and outside, 2-2.
Well, and he's hitting it right in the middle of the lineup. He's either hitting third or fourth, and for those guys, the guys hitting around them are RBI guys. So you're just not running. You're right. So that's an impressive stat to steal 32 bases for the big first baseman.
2-2 to Nootbaar, swing and a miss, strike 3. Pretty good sinking fastball, 91 mph. And that's out number 2. Nothing game. Second inning, a runner at second. That's Goldschmidt. And the batter, Tommy Pham.
Yeah, that ball explodes. It starts out inside and just goes darting across to the middle of the plate. But Nootbaar sees it originally. He's swinging like it's an inside fastball, and the ball's running away.
Pham will take a strike. Assad in his career against St. Louis has never had a win. It's his 4th career start against them. He is 0-2. And the 0-1. Pham takes a bender low and away. Outfield straight away against Tommy Pham. And now the 1-1, and that one is taken inside for a ball, 2-1. This is the only game going on around the big leagues. We welcome you wherever you might be. Sometimes people are driving around, they just want to hear a ball game. So we thank you for joining us. We're at Wrigley Field. There's a fastball, strike 2-2.
Bruce Dreckman been kind of tight on the fastball at the top of the zone, not calling that one, but he is giving a little bit on the pitch away to both starting pitchers.
Goldschmidt at second, 2 down. Hazy sunshine at Wrigley, 78 degrees. A full house at Wrigley. Here's the 2-2. Pham drives it foul down the right field line. You see a few red shirts and red hats as you look around Wrigley. About the same number of blue that we see over at Busch Stadium when the Cubs are the visiting team.
Cardinal fans excited. Their team has climbed right back into the race.
Pham will take high for a ball. Cardinals 3 games above 500. They were way down early in the year. I was looking at that earlier, Ron. At one time, do you remember, they were 9 games under 500.
Yeah, they were going the wrong way for sure.
Back on May 21, they were 15-24. 9 below. And now the 3-2 pitch to Pham. Broken bat bouncer back to the mound. Good play by Assad. Reaches out to his left, gloves it, lobs it over to Busch to end the inning. Despite the leadoff base on balls, the Cardinals walk away empty-handed. Middle of inning number 2, nothing game. This is the score in the Southwest Airlines.
Meet Ed, movie buff, animal lover, safe driver.
5 years of driving an ambulance teaches you a thing or two. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. When I see a car trying to rush past a turning bus, I get concerned. You see, when big vehicles turn right, they have to swing wide to make the turn. And that's a lesson you don't want to learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait.
It's our roads. It's our safety.
Visit www.sharetheroadsafely.gov.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how. With honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be shared with friends or family. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple...
Luke Bryan returns to Wrigley Field and will feature special guests Bailey Zimmerman, Tracy Lawrence, and Chase Beckett. Purchase your tickets today at Cubs.com/concerts. Pat?
Zach, thank you. Isaac Paredes will lead things off and take ball one from Erick Fedde. We started to give uniform descriptions earlier. Cardinals in their traveling grays. Paredes pokes it foul off to the right out of play. St. Louis with red hats, red numbers, gray shirts and trousers. Some guys have red shoes, some have gray, some white. Cubs in their City Connect home navy blue uniforms. Very snazzy looking, the 0-2. Paredes takes outside. Navy blue shirts and trousers. White numbers on the... Oh, this ball is going to drift out of play. Cubs have the two-tone caps with navy blue on top with powder blue bills. Uniform description sponsored by Benjamin Moore. Transform your clubhouse into a Cubs house with Cubbies Blue. Pop-up foul out of play. Cubbies Blue, you got Wrigley Field green, marquee red. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore. Paredes nothing for 4, getting his first taste of this Cubs-Cardinal rivalry this weekend. And I would think it doesn't take you long to realize how special it is. Ron, you played for the Cubs that 1 year in 2001. Yep. Pretty fun playing against St. Louis.
Yeah, everybody, I mean...
Deep drive foul to left out of play.
Instantly you know that it's a special series. The fans are into it. The organizations are into it. The players are into it. And, yeah, it takes about an inning or so to figure out, yeah, this is something unique.
Fly ball to left down the line, curling foul.
Yeah, there's only a few of them in Major League Baseball that have kind of stood the test of time as a real long-term rivalry, and I would say this is definitely one. There's 3 that really come to mind. This one, Yankees, Red Sox, and Dodgers, Giants, right?
Swinging a foul at the plate. Yeah, those would be the big 3 in Major League Baseball, and you, as a player, got to experience all 3 of them.
Yeah. And they were all special, unique, fans into it. Absolutely.
And now the 1-2 pitch on the way to Paredes, fouled away. And when you played for the Yankees and you played at Fenway, now some people might have thought they were booing you, but they were really just showing their admiration by saying, Coomer, Coomer.
I went with that until I got close to the stands.
And then it was a little clearer. The articulation was
much clearer. We'll say that, yes. I really thought the Boston fans liked me. I played in the 99 All-Star game at Fenway Park as a Minnesota Twin.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I put the pinstripes on and went there as a Yankee. Not quite the same loving feeling.
Now the 1-2 swing and a foul. What a battle. It was a foul, and the ball caught by the catcher Contreras. It popped out of his mitt, and then he caught it before it hit the ground. And now the home plate umpire, Bruce Dreckman, is talking with Contreras about that play. It's a strikeout because it's just like a swing and a miss. It hit the glove. It was not a foul tip, or even if it was, the ball never hit the ground. So I'm not sure if they called that a strikeout or a foul.
I think it's just a strikeout. Yeah,
okay,
it's a strikeout. Yep.
Nico Horner, the batter. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Nico will take outside.
Double plays today turned by the Cubs. They're sponsored by Nissan. They make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today at Nissan.
Nico lines one into right field. There's a base hit. Horner came up big in the 9th inning last night. Had a run-scoring single, and I thought his stolen base was huge in that bottom of the 9th inning. That put him in scoring position, and then Dansby Swanson drove him in to tie the game.
Yeah, those plays, the two plays, the stolen base, so then Dansby's what really looked more like a base hit, and Dansby just outrunning the play to make it a double. Big plays in the game yesterday.
Swanson takes down low. Cubs get their second hit of the game. Scoreless ball game, second inning. Horner to be held on by Goldschmidt. I like the way Nico sprays that ball all around. He can get 3 hits to 3 different fields in a game sometimes. A stretch by Erick Fedde, the big right-hander, deals. Fastball swung on and missed. Maybe the best fastball he has thrown yet.
Yeah, good location. Inside and up right under the hands of Swanson in the strike zone. But that top part of the zone inside.
Fedde is a big man. 6'3", 205. The pitch fouled away. 31 years old and native of Las Vegas, Nevada. Born there, went to college at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. And really pitched well with the White Sox before the trade. He was 7-4 with a 3.11 ERA. And you're talking about a team that was way under 500.
Yeah, think of that. 7-4, right?
The White Sox are, I believe if my mathematics are correct, 57 games under 500. Here's a drive foul off to the right. So if you're 7-4 for a team like that, you've really pitched well.
Yeah. Well, he went away. He was having his issues pitching in Washington and started to dabble with another pitch as he was trying to figure out what was going to work for him. And he started throwing more of a breaking ball that stays on the same plane. You know, guys use different terms, but it's more of a curveball, but a sweeping breaking ball, which really makes sense to me when you're a sinker baller, because you want the ball to go one way or the other, whether it comes into a righty or away from the righty, and you need to have that opposite pitch. And he threw a little cutter, but the cutter was the thing that got him into most trouble. This sweeping breaking ball he took to Korea and kind of perfected it, and he's come back and really pitched well now in the States.
Short lead at first by Horner. Swanson takes inside, 3-2. I would say Nico will be moving here. How about you?
I would absolutely agree.
We saw Fedde as a White Sox on June 5 here at Wrigley. He pitched well. He left the game with a 5-3 lead, ended up with no decision. Here's a chop toward third, slowly hit. Arenado will throw to first, not in time. Infield single. Swanson hustling, beat it on a bang-bang play. Mark Wegner, the first base umpire. Let's see if the Cardinals challenge. Horner was running and advances to second on the play. I don't think they're going to challenge.
No, they are not. To tell you, Arenado probably makes that play, that slow roller play, barehanded, better than anybody in baseball right now. He made a play out of something that nothing was really there.
Pete Crow Armstrong, the batter, trying to put the Cubs on the board. Nothing game, second inning. Arenado seems to get more on that throw than most guys do. It's that off balance. And I know he has a strong arm, Ron, but there must be more regarding the technique as Crow Armstrong takes high. What about it?
Yeah, there is. It's just, he's so good at getting that ball barehanded, and really, he just does. He has a great arm, and he does get more on that throw than most people, and that's why that play was even close.
Crow Armstrong had a 2-homer game earlier this year against the Sox. He takes high. It's ball 3. 3-0 on Pete. One away, second inning. Cubs with a scoring chance. Arenado in on the grass at third. And now Crow Armstrong showing bunt. It's just a bluff. He takes a strike.
That was a little cutter from Fedde. I'd be ready to hit here. He can walk some guys, but I got to believe he's going to throw a good quality strike to Crow Armstrong to hit.
He does. There's a base hit to right. Rounding third, Horner heading home. The throw by Nootbaar goes to third base. Cubs lead 1-0. Swanson stopping at second. Pete Crow Armstrong with that advantageous 3-1 count drills a base hit to right to get the Cubs on the board.
Yeah, it's a good at-bat for Pete Crow Armstrong and a good confidence builder. And this is that pitch I was telling you about for Fedde in years past that has got him in trouble. Is the cutter, he can throw it for a strike, but it stays in the middle of the plate a lot, and it's a good hittable pitch at about 89 miles an hour. That was the 3-0 cutter in the middle of the plate, and then Pete Crow Armstrong saw the exact same pitch again, and he hammered it into right field for a base hit.
It's his 21st run batted in. Dusty Blake is the pitching coach for the Cardinals. We're going to pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is The Score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's teams on the Parkins and Spiegel Show. Afternoons 2 to 6 on The Score, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, on Odyssey Sports Station.
We gave you the umpires earlier. The announcement of the umpires, sponsored by Suits 2020 in Niles, the largest selection of wedding outfits for grooms and groomsmen. Suits 2020 in Niles.
Batting RBIs by Cubs hitters. They're sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter.
Christian Bethancourt, number 9 hitter. 3 straight singles by the guys toward the bottom of the order. Here's a fly ball into right center. Pretty well hit. Back toward the track. And that ball is going to be gone. A 3-run home run. Christian Bethancourt with an opposite field home run to right center. And the Cubs lead 4-0. His first homer in a Cub uniform. And listen to this crowd at Wrigley.
What a big swing of the bat for the Cubs. And as we're looking, the wind blowing in from center field, Bethancourt gets this little cutter and he hammers it to right center field, right over the 368 mark and into the basket. What a big swing of the bat. Wow.
4-0 Cubs, second inning. Ian Happ will take a strike. The pitch by Fedde. Bounced over the mound, gloving it near the bag is Wynn at second base, and the shortstop throws him out. Ron, we comment, and this is from covering games here now for 22 years. It's not only how hard you hit it, but it's what is the wind doing at the precise seconds that ball is hit and in the air. And I happened to look at the flags, I'm sure you did too. They were whipping out toward right center right after that ball landed in the basket.
Well, there you go. It's one of those things where Cubs needed a big swing of the bat, and, that 3-run homer is a big one.
Michael Busch, the batter. He'll take high for a ball, 1-1. Bottom of the order. How about the bottom 4 guys combining for 3 singles and then a 3-run homer?
When the bottom of your lineup is producing runs, and a lot of them, I like your chances to win.
Here comes the 2-1 now to Bush. A swing and a miss, and the count is 2-2. So Bethancourt getting his first taste of the Cubs-Cardinals rivalry. He says, so far, I kind of like it.
Yeah, no, he's had a heck of a ball game. He's thrown out Wynn trying to steal second and hit a 3-run homer.
Bush takes low and away on an off-speed delivery.
He's kind of on house money already, and we're only in the second inning.
Fedde coming back 3-2. Here's a high fly ball, deep right field. This ball's got a chance. Gone. Michael Bush. Cubs lead 5-0.
Well, you want to talk about a towering home run. This ball has the sound off the bat of Michael Bush, and it's crunched, but it's hit a mile in the air, and you just got to wait to see what the wind is going to do with this ball. And it ends up about 4 rows deep. Bushy knew he hit it, but you just don't know what the wind. And the Cubs with 2 home runs here in the second inning, and another long home run for Michael Bush.
Suzuki will take a strike. Another hefty home run, sponsored by Hefty, the official trash bag of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty strong all day long. I neglected to read that one earlier. I will have to do it again here soon. The RBIs by Cubs players, sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter, and so do 5-run rallies.
Yeah, right? Yeah, you can read it. We got nothing but time. We're just hanging out here.
Okay, another hefty home run. As long as I have the green light, I feel much better.
As long as we keep hitting home runs, just keep that read right in your hand. That's a good thing.
It is the official trash bag of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty strong, not just during the morning, but all day long. Strike 3 to Suzuki, but it's a very prosperous inning for the Chicago Cubs. They score 5 times. We move to inning number 3. Hefty.
Now it's time for Eyes on the Ball Player. Can you find Ronald Acuna Jr. in this sea of Braves fans?
Ronald Acuna Jr. bat flip, it bombs away.
One of the best players in baseball.
This guy has some kind of talent.
Big time bat flip for Ronald Acuna Jr. Oh, baby. Ronald Acuna just sent a shockwave to the ballpark. Acuna unloads.
And there he is.
3-2, Donovan runs, Goldschmidt takes, strike 3, throw to second to tag, double play. Runner goes, Higashioka's throw is great, and they got him again. And Higashioka launches it to deep left. Donovan is back. His first hit as a Padre is a home run. What an inning for Kyle Higashioka. Throws out 2 guys trying to steal in the top and goes deep in the bottom.
Good for the kid. The pitch. A little slow roller. Chapman. Barehand. Got it! What a play!
Oh, look at him.
Chapman. A walk-off defensive play by Chapman. That is, of all the great plays he's made, that might be the greatest. That's as good a play to end a game as you could ever have.
Rips this one fair. That stays fair. Look how quickly it gets to right field. 120 miles an hour off the bat. Lines this to left center field.
No further than North Sheffield Avenue. Benjamin Moore, the official paint of Wrigley Field.
5-0 Cubs here in the top of the third. The third inning is sponsored by Grainger, official partner of the Chicago Cubs in Wrigley Field. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Pat?
We move to inning number 3. Zach Brendan Donovan, number 8 batter, left-handed hitting second baseman. He's got some pop, swings away and fouls it away, 0-2. We're going to play the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game here before too much longer. The next offering is taken for strike 3 called on the inside corner. Donovan gave up on that pitch. It was a sinking fastball. He thought it was going to be inside, but it snuck over the inside corner. And that's a strikeout for Assad, his 3rd of the day. Michael Ciani bats. It is time for the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. As Ciani takes a strike. Now, this is the idea. You get a 5-run lead. You want to throw strikes. You don't want to mess around and get behind in the count or walk a lot of people. Fastball is high, 1-1.
Well, strikeouts by Cubs pitchers are sponsored by your Chicago Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealer. Own every mile in a brand new Hyundai.
Fly ball foul down the left field line.
Now, do you want to make your guess in the attendance game?
Sure. Last night was around 38, I believe.
Yep, that's correct.
I will say a few more today. I'm going to say 39-5-93. 39-5-93. 1-2 pitch fouled away. Cubs leading 5-0.
I'm going to say
top of the 3rd, Ron.
I'm going to say 38,000.
Flat?
Flat.
Here's a drive into left coming in. The left fielder, Happ, has to play it on a bounce. It's a 1-out opposite field single for Michael Ciani. And back to the top of the order for Mason Wynn.
Now, Ian, I know this is a big deal. You've been, come off the road from, concerts and all this big stuff. And to play the attendance game, I know you've been waiting for this for a long time. I'm sure.
For sure.
Ian is the #1 engineer for the Dave Matthews Band.
So if he, making us sound as good as we are, I think that qualifies him to do all that, right? Dave Matthews, just pretty good, right? Have you seen Dave Matthews play, Pat?
I have not, but I love his music.
Yeah, same. I love his music.
Is the song called Crush Me?
Crash Into Me?
Both of those are true. It's a song called Crush, and a song called Crash Into Me.
See? Both, yeah. So both, yeah.
Great stuff. Here comes the 1-1 now to Mason Wynn. There's a looping liner into right field for a base hit. Advancing to second is Ciani, and the Cardinals now making a little noise. Back-to-back singles here in the 3rd. Their first 2 hits of the game. And the batter is Alec Burleson.
So I'm going to make my guess in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game and go 39,000. And for the record, Ian handed me his guess seconds after first pitch. He was raring to go today.
Wow.
40,417 is Ian Kuhn's guess today.
But it's great to have Ian here, right in the middle of touring with the Dave Matthews Band. So he is pinch hitting for Paul Zarang today, but always great to see Ian and have him here. We were getting some good stories. I got here early of traveling and just the difference in how we travel and what you do and different concert venues. He was talking about Madison Square Garden and playing there.
Alec Burleson, the batter. He'll take a fastball just outside. Check swing, no swing. Jeremy Rayhack, the third base umpire, made that call. Assad's 1-0 pitch fouled away. Ron, I've been a lifelong sports fan. I don't think I've ever been to Madison Square Garden. And I would love to. I've seen probably 100 games on television there, NBA games mainly.
Right. I've only been there one time. I played there, but I went to one concert there. It was a good one. It was Springsteen's show.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah, we had an off day. We got lucky. We had an off day on a Thursday, and then we were flying to Kansas City on the off day, and I might have just missed the flight. Stayed in New York for
now, did he jump up on the piano?
Oh yeah. He was full energy playing in the Garden, and it's kind of his home turf,
Absolutely. 1-2 to Burleson. Check swing, no swing. It's low and in.
But there's something, every athlete, you listen to the basketball guys, the music people, you play the Garden, that's kind of one of them places. And I would think, and Ian was kind of talking about that, playing Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, the set and the 2-2 pitch to Burleson. Pop fly, might be playable. Foul territory, first base side. Bush is there, makes the catch. Michael ran over in front of the Cardinals' first base dugout and put that one away, out number 2. And Wilson Contreras coming up. Cubs lead 5-0 here in the third.
Excellent breaking ball to Burleson, who's really been the most productive hitter all season long. 18 bombs, 61 driven in, hitting 280. But a very nice curveball, probably the best hook that Assad has thrown all day.
Contreras struck out in the first inning. And the pitch on the way, fastball strike. Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. QQQ Invesco. And the 0-1. That just missed the outside corner. I remember watching games on television from Madison Square Garden with Walt Frazier, Dick Barnett, Dave DeBuscher, Bill Bradley, Willis Reed, Cassie Russell. Down low and outside for a ball. They were a powerhouse there for a while.
Some names, boy.
Then Earl the Pearl Monroe joined them as well. Phil Jackson played for them as a backup player for a while. Here's the 2-1. Swinging a foul back. And the count 2-2. I like the buzzer, too. It had a distinctive buzzer sound. And the PA announcer, I liked him also. I bet, Zach, being a native New Yorker, you know what his name is.
The one now or the one back then?
Back in the day.
John Condon was the one back then.
Here's a swing and a foul off to the right. It was kind of low-key, but very classy, I thought. Frazier. 2 outs, 2 on. The Cubs got all 5 of their runs in the second inning. Home runs driving in 4 of the 5. Check swing, did he go? No swing. Boy, that was close. Mark Wegner said no swing at first. I'd like to see that one again on the replay, and I think we are going to see it.
Yeah, it's borderline.
Apparently we're not going to see it. The runners go, the pitch taken high for ball 4. So now the Cardinals are 1 swing from getting right back into the game with Paul Goldschmidt coming up. The wind blowing toward right and right center. Tommy Hotovy, the pitching coach, out to the mound.
Assad making some pitches, just missing the edges of the zone with a couple of these pitches to Contreras, and Contreras getting the benefit of a call on that check swing.
Goldschmidt had a base on balls his first time. Cub home runs brought to you by Hefty. Another hefty home run sponsored by Hefty, the official trash bag of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty strong all day long. Goldschmidt ready to step in. Bases full of Redbirds. They've got their leads. First pitch low and away. Ciani at third, Wynn at second, and Contreras at first. Cubs got 5 in the second. Cardinals trying to answer back as Goldschmidt fouls it away. 1-1. It looked like a power stroke. He was trying to launch that one.
Yeah, Goldschmidt looking to get the Cardinals right back in this game. Bases loaded, 2 outs. This is one of those moments in a ball game where Assad's going to step up and make a couple pitches and get out of this inning.
Now the 1-1. Goldschmidt looks at a ball down low, 2-1. Kind of hazy, sunny, breezy. Nice warm Friday afternoon at Wrigley. We thank you for joining us wherever you might be. The 2-1. Goldschmidt takes ball 3 outside. Assad struggling all of a sudden.
Well, he's trying to pitch careful to Goldschmidt. The pitch before was borderline, could have been called a strike. Just missed down. That one, same thing. He tried to take a little off and just stay at the bottom of the zone and just missed again.
And the 3-1. Ball 4 forces in a run. He did not give in to Goldschmidt, ended up paying the price, a bases loaded walk. That will probably get the Cubs bullpen going. Nolan Arenado stepping in. The lead is now 5-1 in favor of the Cubs. And with 2 outs, the dangerous Arenado stepping in.
Yeah, now the key is this first pitch, not to just groove one in the middle of the plate.
Arenado checks and takes outside, ball 1.
Arenado was ready to hit. If he got a fastball, he was going to be ready for that heater inner half.
Horner, the second baseman, almost directly behind the bag at second. Arenado backs away. It's ball 2. That pitch not close. Assad at 74 pitches. We are only in the 3rd inning, so he's made a lot more than he would have preferred at this juncture. Now the 2-0. Fly ball to left, shallow. Happ running in near the line. He's got it. And the inning is over. The Cardinals get 1, but only 1. They leave the maximum as we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Cubs 5, Cardinals 1. This is the score in the Southwest Airlines.
Has a chance at redemption. Infield moves back. And he rifles one to right center. He is going to get the redemption. Heim walks it off. The Rangers win the opener. Baseball. Unbelievable.
Jonah Heim with the game-winning run batted in to give Texas a 4-3 win here in 10 on opening night.
Like this start to the second half of this season. The Pirates are over 500. They've come back an improbable win.
Mookie Betts climbs in. Betts hits this one in the air to left field. Ramos going back at the wall. Leadoff home run. So a day after Betts gets his first extra base hit in a couple weeks, he hits his first home run.
Cody Bellinger is on deck. Who's on deck is sponsored by On Deck. Need a small business loan fast? Apply today at OnDeck.com. Getting set for the last of the 3rd here at Wrigley. It's the Cubs with a 5-1 lead over St. Louis. Pat?
Cody Bellinger leads it off, hits a high fly ball to right field. This one will not carry. Coming in is Nootbaar to make the catch. It's one of those days, though, Ron, very breezy. And if the wind is blowing in a particular direction at a certain time, it can create a big inning at any time for a big league team.
That is exactly right. The other thing I'm seeing about Bellinger, even his outs right now, he is right on time with his swings.
1 down, Isak Paredes the batter.
That last ball that he hit, he was right on time. He just ran out of bat a little bit and hit that ball off the end of the bat. But that was a big swing. I mean, he's about 3 inches down onto the barrel of hitting that ball 2/3 of the way up the bleachers and right.
As you say there, Ron, the impressive thing is all the time that he missed recently, and yet he seems to have jumped right back in the saddle, ready to go. That's what I would say would be a natural hitter.
Yeah, he is right on time. Absolutely.
Paredes looking for his first long ball in a Cub uniform. Hits a high fly ball to shallow right. Angling in Nootbaar near the line, over near the stands. Nootbaar cannot make the catch. It's foul. He was slowing down because the sidewall was rapidly approaching. He reached out and had to reach up and could not make contact with the ball.
Yeah, really nice effort. Really does not get a glove on it. It hits the railing, then bounces into that netting. Very good effort. There is a pad on that sidewall, but right in behind it is brick. It does not move for you. Good effort by Nootbaar.
Isaac Paredes struck out his first time. He will take strike 3 called. He strikes out again. Erick Fedde still in the game on the mound for St. Louis, despite giving up 5 runs in the second inning. Cubs baseball today brought to you by Stella Blue. We want to thank Stella Blue Coffee and Barstool Big Cat also for being the official coffee sponsors of Cubs Radio and providing us with a great assortment of coffee. We enjoy it frequently here on our Cubs Radio booth. Big Cat Blend would be one. Electric Avenue is another. Positive Vibes is yet another Stella Blue coffee choice. Nico Horner singled to start that 5-run rally in the second. He takes outside. It's 1-1. With each purchase of Stella Blue, proceeds go to Paws Chicago, helping pets in the Chicagoland area. Here's the 1-1. Horner pops it up. Playable. Near home plate. Coming in is Arenado, and he'll make the catch to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. It's on to inning number 4. Cubs 5, St. Louis 1. This is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs Monday through Friday with Mully and Haw. Mornings 5.
This is it. The beekeeper made his way, a grand entrance onto the field here. He just removed the bees.
Bees are all gone. We're clear for baseball. Diamondbacks in extra innings this year, just 1 and 3. Christian Walker. Goodbye, Arizona. Woo! The first career walk-off home run for Christian Walker. His first multi-homer game this year, and the Diamondbacks walk off the Dodgers. And Mack lifts his ball high and deep to right. How about a walk-off Granny? Put that one in your Rockies opening day memory book. One pitch and Ryback says, I've had enough of this. 10-7 Colorado.
It couldn't have been scripted any better for Ryan McMahon.
De La Cruz rolls one. That is through. Pitch called a strike. Throw down is late. Opposite way. That is down. Base hit. Takes off. No throw. There goes De La Cruz. Called strike. Throw down. Late. De La Cruz.
Good to go. You're good to go. The cool thing about baseball at Wrigley Field on Fridays, almost always, this is the only matinee in the major leagues. Pat?
Cubs enjoying a 5-1 lead, Zach, as we go to inning number 4. The left-handed batting Lars Nootbaar swings and fouls it down the right field line. Nootbaar, Tommy Pham, and Brendan Donovan batting in the St. Louis 4th inning. If you're just joining us, the Cubs put 5 on the board in the second. Curveball strike, 0-2. Pete Crow Armstrong singled to drive in the first run. Christian Bethancourt then hit a 3-run homer to right. Swinging a foul back by Nootbaar. 1 out later, Michael Busch hit a towering home run to right. Breeze blowing in that direction. St. Louis got their run on a bases-loaded walk to Paul Goldschmidt in the third. Another foul back and out of play. Foul back and out of play. Cubs trying to win back-to-back games to start this big 4-game series.
And this fourth inning is sponsored by Wintrust, the exclusive home of Cubs checking.
There's a drive foul, right side out of play. These two had a 4-game series right before the All-Star break in St. Louis. And they split the 4. Cubs winning the first and final games. Bounce to first, loved by Bush. Underhand feed to Assad on the bag, out number 1. Score that one 3-1. Cubs lead 5-1. Inning number 4, and the batter Tommy Pham.
Now, good comeback here. You see if Assad can get back. You know, had a rough inning last inning, walked in a run, but only gave up 1 run was the key. And now see if he can get back into this ball game and have a good clean inning here in the 4th.
Pham takes outside run.
You were talking on last inning. His pitch count has really climbed. St. Louis, the hitters have done a good job of getting his pitch count up.
The next offering in there for a strike. He's up to 83 pitches. Now the 1-1. Fouled away by Pham. You'd always like, if you're a manager or a pitching coach, you'd always like your starter to go 5 innings so that he could qualify for a win. Here comes the 1-2, swinging a foul back. But with pitch counts being so closely monitored these days, I don't think managers and coaches look at it quite the same way that they used to.
I'm 100% sure they do not. They just do not. And when you start getting close to that 100 pitch total and you've had, you know, some tough innings, you're out of the game.
Pop fly right side. Horner coming in calling, but Bush is going to make the catch, and that's out number 2. Pham pops out. Cubs lead 5-1. 4th inning, and the batter Brendan Donovan.
I've had that conversation with a couple different managers, and you know, 2 of the 3 that I had this conversation with had the exact same answer. And one of them was a starting pitcher with 2 outs in the 5th. So all they need is 1 more out to get their first big league win. Didn't matter. Out the game they went.
If he's reached his limit, that's it, huh?
Yeah, that's...
Swinging a foul out of play.
And that's what they did.
Brendan Donovan struck out looking his first time. Cubs leading 5-1. The left-handed batting Donovan waiting for the 0-1 pitch. Line foul off to the left and out of play. And now the strike 2 pitch on the way. Fastball is high. Well, last night's nice come-from-behind win, along with the series finale in Cincinnati on Wednesday night. Cubs looking for their 3rd straight win and trying to make it 5 of their last 7. There's a foul left side out of play. At some point, Ron, where the Cubs are, they are going to have to win about 8 out of 10 or maybe 10 out of 12 to make a run to get back into one of the wild card spots. Right now, they're on the outside looking in. So are a lot of other teams, but I think that applies to about 5 or 6 teams. If you really are going to be a serious wild card contender, you need that red-hot stretch. And if you don't get it, you might be on the outside looking in. There's a base hit into right center off the bat of Brendan Donovan, and the batter now is Michael Ciani.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree. I think you got a 10-day to 2-week period where you know, you got to win, you know, in a 2-week period, maybe lose 1 or 2. You'll be able to jump, you know, 2 or 3 teams and then be within that striking range of, you know, maybe 1 series away from the team ahead of you to getting in. So, yeah, I would agree. Now, the Cubs did that last year. You know, they had that stretch where they won like 9 out of 11 and climbed right back into the race.
preferably run that hot stretch would include teams that are also wild card contenders like yourself.
Yeah, so you can climb them quick. That's right.
Here's a swing and a miss by Ciani, 0-2. Cubs find themselves 5 games below 500 at 53-58. St. Louis 3 games above. Game number 112. After this one, exactly 50-50. 50 ball games to play in the regular season. So you're getting down to less than a third of the season, a little more than a quarter. But you no longer hear at this point, Ron, people cannot say, it's still early, still early. Yeah. You hear that in April and May, and it is early. But you get to a certain point where it's now or never.
Yeah, we're in August now. It's time. You know, teams will start separating. You know, there are teams that have made some moves and, you know, strengthened their club, and you'll see some teams separating themselves from the pack.
Ciani waits for the 1-2 from Assad. Fly ball center field. It's going to be caught by Crow Armstrong. It is. No runs for the Cardinals. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's the Cubs 5 and the Cardinals 1. This is the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
Now it's time for Who Can It Be? We're going to show you a childhood photo of a big leaguer. Can you guess who it is? The answer is Cedric Mullins.
That will set the stage for Xavier Edwards. Selfishly looking for a single to complete the cycle. Towards short, Adames has it, gets rid of it quick, and he's safe! It's a single, and it's a cycle!
The second ever cycle in Marlins franchise history belongs to Xavier Edwards. It took 30 years, a rise, and now Edwards.
The pitch. A little slow roller. Chapman. Barehand. Got it! What a play!
Oh, look at him.
Chapman. A walk-off defensive play by Chapman. That is, of all the great plays he's made, that might be the greatest. That's as good a play to end a game as you could ever have.
Auto stores in fresh produce. League Leaders are sponsored by the Village of New Lenox, leading the way in residential and economic development. Bobby Witt Jr. leads the majors in batting average, hitting .350. Aaron Judge, 39 home runs to lead the big leagues. He also leads the majors with 99 runs batted in. And Cincinnati's Ellie Dela Cruz, the stolen base leader, with 55. Pat?
Zach, thank you. Dansby Swanson will try to crank up a Cubs rally here in the 4th inning. Cubs lead 5-1. They got all 5 in the 2nd inning against Erick Fedde. Fedde making his Cardinal debut. The ball is lifted into left center, shallow and playable. Ciani, battling a tough sun, makes the catch. Ciani came in, held the glove directly above his head, blocking out the sun. I wasn't sure he saw that, but he was able to maintain concentration and make the play. When it gets this windy and sunny, you hesitate to call anything routine on a day like this. 1 down, Pete Crow Armstrong, the batter. Pete drove in the first run with a sharp single to right. He takes outside for a ball. Pete had a 2-home run game, the game right before the All-Star break in St. Louis. And the next offering, a swing and a miss. You like to see the young guys make contributions in every game, but especially in the Cubs-Cardinals games, because they just have that different feel to them. At least they do to me.
I would agree wholeheartedly. This is one of those series. You know, if you're a young player in the league, there's certain series you're going to play that...
Fly ball to right. This ball is pretty well hit, angling toward the corner. Nootbaar, and that ball is going to be fair and caught for the out. Nootbaar actually caught it in an area that we cannot see. We get blocked out by that side wall. We relied on the umpire, Mark Wegner. Wegner casually pointed fair. That was a very nice catch by Nootbaar as we watch the replay.
Yeah, definitely not an easy play as he goes right up against the wall. And, I mean, this ball's going to land fair, but there's only about 3 inches between the chalk line and the brick wall. And he makes the play. But I was going to say, I think there's certain series you play as a young player, and it's the closest you're going to get to feeling like playoff atmosphere baseball. This is definitely one of them.
Christian Bethancourt had a 3-run homer. That's the game's big blow. It went to the opposite field and right. It landed in the basket. The wind gave it a little boost. Here's the windup and the 0-2 to Bethancourt. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Zach Zaidman joins Ron Coomer in a moment. We've played 4. Cubs 5, Cardinals 1. This is the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs.
Libera tu espíritu ganador. Apuestas deportivas y cientos de juegos de casino. Disfruta de pagos en minutos, una plataforma segura y atención personalizada en todo momento. Pronostica, diviértete y lleva tu pasión al siguiente nivel. Betcris.
With the first pick of the 2024 MLB draft, the Cleveland Guardians select Travis Bazzana, a second baseman from Oregon State University.
It's a historic moment. Yes, he's from Sydney, Australia, found his way to the campus of Oregon State, and you see his family elated. Don't hurt the kid.
Mully and Haw talk Cubs baseball and Chicago sports every weekday morning from 5:30 to 10 on 670 The Score and the Odyssey app. Getting set for the top half of the 5th inning here at Wrigley Field. It's the Cubs with a 5-1 lead over the Cardinals. The Cubs have a new man on the mound. Right-handed reliever Tyson Miller takes over for the starter Javier Assad. Pitching changes by the Cubs are sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Mason Wynn will lead things off for the Cardinals here in their half of the 5th inning. Miller works on the extreme third base side of the rubber. He works his motion and the pitch. Fouled off the netting to the right by Wynn. 0-1 the count. Assad went 4 innings, giving up 1 run on 4 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. He threw 97 pitches, 61 for strikes. Miller's ready. High leg kick and pitch. And Wynn looks at a strike on the outside corner. Fastball at 88 miles per hour, so 0-2 the count. Miller a fast worker. He gets the sign from Bethancourt and deals. Fouled back off the screen, 0-2. Cubs struck for 5 runs, all in the 2nd inning. Pete Crow Armstrong with an RBI single. Christian Bethancourt, the big hit, a 3-run home run the other way toward right center. And Michael Busch hit a solo job to right. Now the 0-2 by Miller. Wynn hits a fly ball to center field. Drifting back, Crow Armstrong fighting the sun, angling toward right center. He makes the catch. One away. The first out, sponsored by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once. We're in the Potawatomi Casino Hotel, 5th inning. Light up your senses. Cubs 5, Cardinals 1 here with one down in the 5th. Alec Burleson will now stand in. Left-handed batter, upright stance, and the pitch. Bounced foul off to the right. 0-1. So Assad coming off that quality start, Coom, in Kansas City. Some issues throwing strikes here this afternoon against the Cardinals.
Yeah, throwing some strikes and, long at bats. Cardinals doing a good job.
Bouncing ball hit to second. Backhanded by Horner on the edge of the outfield grass. His throw to first in time to get Burleson 2 away.
You just hope that you can either put guys away with the strikeout pitch or get them to put the ball in play in some soft contact, but that just was not the case. And the at-bats got extended today. Mully and Haw talk Cubs baseball and Chicago sports every weekday morning, 5:30 to 10 on 670 The Score and the Odyssey app. And I was on with those boys this Wednesday instead of Friday, instead of today, as that pitch in for a strike. They have been doing their show from Canton with the Bears playing, and 3 of the ex-Bears, obviously Steve McMichael headlining guys going into the Hall of Fame this weekend in Canton. What a great honor for those guys, and really feel just happy for Steve McMichael.
Yeah, depending on what era you started watching Bears football. Here's the pitch to Contreras, a swing and a miss, strike 3. As Miller gets the Cardinals to go down in order here in the top half of the 5th inning. But there's Devin Hester, Julius Peppers, a lot of talent heading to Canton.
Joining the show in studio. We're going to talk hitting. What are you thinking right here?
That's 95 at the very top, and I at least foul it off. So I know I can cover it. If I make that same move and have that same mindset, I can cover the fastball at the top. And if I can cover that fastball at the top and at least foul it off with 2 strikes, then I know I'm on the rest of the pitches, and I know I've got time to adjust to it. Can we get a side view? One of the side views back up? And I think
God, he's going to work here. I know he's definitely ready.
Here he comes.
He's ready, man.
Has to offer. Go to newlennox.net today and start the adventure. New Lennox, it's extraordinary.
The Cubs, Marquee, Odyssey, Stand Up to Cancer, and American Airlines are joining forces to host a multi-day effort to raise funds for cancer research. Cubs for a Cure culminates Saturday, August 17th at Gallagher Way with fundraising activities. Fans that purchase tickets at cubs.com/specials will receive a Cubs for a Cure t-shirt. Alongside Ron Coomer, Zach Zabin with you. Bottom of the 5th inning. It's the Cubs with a 5-1 lead over the Cardinals as Ian Happ looks at a ball outside from a veteran writer, Erick Fedde. This is his first appearance in a Cardinals uniform. His first start since the trade with the White Sox as Happ looks at another ball outside. 2-0 the count.
Fedde does a good job. You know, he gave up the 5 spot in the second inning, but has stayed in the game to continue to give the Cardinals some innings, not coming out of the game right away, and thrown 2 shutouts since then. See if the Cubs can do a little damage here in this bottom of the 5th.
Happ takes a ball low. It's now 3-0. The next pitch all the way from Fedde is a called strike on the outside corner, a slider that spins into the zone. 3-1. There is activity in the Cardinals bullpen. Right-hander Sean Armstrong has started warming up. Fedde's thrown 85 pitches. Number 86 fouled out of play by Happ off to the left.
And the pitch clock, powered by Work Zone Safety. Make sure you follow Work Zone signs. It's not a game. Yeah, with this pitch count starting to climb at 86, I would guess any trouble here in this inning.
Happ swings and drives one in the air. Deep center field going back. Ciani at the track near the wall makes the catch for out number 1.
Ball well struck, straightaway center field, right at the 400-foot marker. And Ciani hauls this one in right as one step onto the track. Wind has been blowing in all day, and, you know, it can either be blowing straight in from center or kind of from left center, kind of towards the Cardinal dugout. But it has not been helping any fly balls hit to the outfield today.
Michael Busch stands in and fouls the first pitch back out of play from Fedde, 0-1. Busch homered in that 5-run second inning for the Cubs. They've got a 5-1 lead over the Cardinals here with 1 down in the last of the 5th. Fedde delivers way outside, 1-1 the count. We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. Wind blowing from left to right as we speak. A 1-1 delivery by Fedde. Is fouled back off the screen by Busch, 1-2. A much more comfortable day here at Wrigley Field than last night. It's much steamier, right?
You got the wind blowing in right into us. That's why.
Yeah, thank you.
We got a little natural fan for us here in the press level and in our booth, as our papers can attest, as they're getting blown all over the place.
The 1-2. Just outside, 2-2 the count. Fedde missing with a cutter. That's why we've got to shift over to digital. You know, you start using the computer and the tablets, a lot easier. You don't have papers blowing around. The pitch, ground ball up the middle, fielded by Wynn behind the second base bag. Rifles a throw to first in time to get Busch 2 away.
I think you should bring that up to a certain Hall of Famer that sits in that chair for 8 straight innings and see how that goes for you.
I've learned that the baseball gods take care of the Hall of Famer. He can have as many papers as he wants, and there's no wind when he's in the front row. It's just everything just naturally works out.
I am definitely I keep score in a book and all that. I have my computer here and I have it running, and the game plays on it, but there's something about having something at the end of the day that something tangible, not a computer screen that you got to pull up, but if you want to give something, you got something to like sign and give away. You got, some history with these books. I just like the old school way of doing it. I always have.
It works for you.
As far as we know.
Seiya Suzuki at the plate. He swings and pops one foul out of play. So the count now 1-2.
I've never seen anybody give their computer away as a token of, hey, this was a great game. Here you go. Here's the computer. Yep, that doesn't, I feel the same way about our ticket situation, too. Like, when you go to a concert, I want a ticket. I want to have a physical ticket to have something of, remembrance of those days.
Value,
I've not had anybody sign my computer screen or my phone.
That last pitch, low and outside, 2-2 the count on Suzuki. Feel free to let it all out right now. All the things that trouble you.
No, it's not troubling me at all.
Suzuki hits a high fly ball, deep center field, going back Ciani, but it's playable short of the track. He makes the catch, angling toward right center for out number 3. Cubs go down in order here in the 5th inning. There is nothing wrong with your old school approach, Coom. We head to the 6th inning. It's the Cubs with a 5-1 lead over St. Louis. On the score, and the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio.
Listen, I've been following you for a while, man. Bottom line is you get your A swing off. and generate a lot of pop.
I just want to go.
I'm getting this A to B.
Oh man, straight to the ball, barrel. Hitting the ball is the hardest thing to do. I'm a person from 00. I'm looking for spin. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna look for spin, but I'm gonna time up a fastball. 00. If you spin it, I'm swinging. Like if you spin it in the middle, I'm going to destroy it.
Luis Arise now. 1 out in the 9th. Line to center field, a base hit. Wade's coming around from second. Here comes the throw. He will be safe. Welcome to San Diego. Luis Arise. Walk-off base hit. Padres win it.
And it should be no surprise that Arise comes through with the big hit. Time to celebrate.
The knee kick. 2-1, fly ball, left center field. Ohtani obliterated. That man is just built different. 451 feet on his 18th home run of the year. Now he turns on the first pitch of the 6th inning. Ohtani's done it again. 19th of the season, doubling the Dodger lead.
The one back in the 3rd inning was his 2nd longest one of the year. This might have been the most majestic.
Today's Woodman's home run inning contestant is Susan M. Poppert from Arlington Heights, who will win the Woodman's gift card jackpot of $50 if a Northsider hits a home run this inning. You can enter with a QR code at any Chicago area Woodman's.
Paul Goldschmidt lines one foul down the left field line, Zach.
Yeah, you can enter with a QR code, Pat, at any Chicago area Woodman's. So good luck to Susan, today's Woodman's home run inning contestant. Service and savings, that's Woodman's. And Pat, we've had a winner in 3 consecutive ball games.
Cubs leading 5-1. Cubs got all of their runs in the 2nd inning. Home runs by Christian Bethancourt and Michael Busch. Bethancourt's a 3-run homer. Goldschmidt hits a pop fly, shallow center, going out Horner, coming in Crow Armstrong to make the catch. Goldschmidt hit it out on the end of the bat, a harmless fly ball. 1 down, 6th inning. Cubs on top 5-1, and the batter Nolan Arenado.
Good start to this inning when you get through Goldschmidt, and now you got Arenado. Miller on the mound for his 2nd inning. He has done a really nice job for the Cubs. How about what he has done for the Cubs, Pat? His ERA is still way down, almost right at 2. He's kind of got a unique style of pitching. It's that 3-quarter delivery, but he has been very good for the Cubs.
He's gotten the first 4 men he's faced in this game, and this is not an easy day to pitch. Here's a liner toward left, coming in, Ian Happ. Backhand catch with a slide. Nice play by Ian. He came in, never took his eye off the ball, slid on his knee, and made a backhanded catch. 2 down.
Yeah, this little breaking ball, he drops down and throws that breaking ball. It stays, it hangs, it stays up in the zone and in the middle of the plate. Arenado hammered it, but a little top spinner, and Ian made a nice catch.
Miller will leave. Certainly did a good job. Retiring 5 straight batters. Drew Smiley coming in from the bullpen.
Royce Lewis struck out to start the 2nd. Urania deals. And now a drive to left field. Royce Lewis sends one way back into the seats in left.
This ball is smoked, and the Twins have a 2nd home run here in the 4th. They lead 2-0.
And that one was off the bat like it had rocket fuel.
You know, that one was as high as it was far. That was great hang time, and Lewis comfortable with hitting a home run and putting that Fisher jackets on.
1 on, 2 out. 1-1. Ohtani unleashes high into the Friday night sky and gone.
Boy, does he look good in Dodger blue. Number 22 and a 2-0 lead.
Ohtani's 7th home run in his last 11 games.
It's a beautiful thing. Wow, that ball was crushed. My goodness.
No matter to bring up Rizzo, sitting on 299 career home runs. High fly ball, deep right center. That ball is gone. See ya. Home run number 300 for Anthony Rizzo. A 2-run shot, and the Yankees lead 15-5. 161st player in big league history to hit that number 300.
Algonquin.com.
Smiley goes to work. 10 seconds for station ID. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Listen to the Cubs game in FM quality at 104.3 HD2 FM on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network. We are WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Lars Nootbaar swings at the first pitch from Smiley. Smiley 3-5, but Ron, you got to love his ERA, 2.61.
Yeah, he's been good, and he's kind of found his niche in that bullpen for the Cubs.
He misses low and outside, 1-1. He can get more than 3 outs. He can sometimes go 2 full innings, maybe even 3 occasionally. Former starting pitcher Drew Smiley, the 1-1 to Lars Nootbaar. There's a strike.
Well, and it's such a unique pitch, that knuckle curve that he throws, you know, and he just makes it, one time through the lineup, he makes it very difficult on the opposing team's hitters.
Breaking ball just missed. He thought he had him.
He did. I think that, you know, it's one of those things where I think Bethancourt didn't catch that ball that well, caught it and dragged it down. That pitch was definitely in the zone.
And the 2-2 to Nootbaar. Hit on the ground. Backhanded stop by Bush. Reverse pivot. Feeds Smiley on the bag to get him. No, the ball dropped by Smiley. Safe at first. The throw would have been in time, but Smiley juggled it as he ran over to cover first, trying to look for the bag and the ball perhaps at the same time. And safe at first is Nootbaar.
Yeah, this underhand flip from Bush, and the issue is Smiley just doesn't catch the ball. He goes to get to the ball and then look for the bag and just takes his eye off the ball and hits him in the side of the glove. And it'll end up being an error on Smiley. And he was going to beat Nootbaar to the bag by about 1 step.
So the inning continues. Tommy Pham, the batter.
See, this is where for Michael Bush or Bethancourt to go out to the mound and kind of slow the game down for Smiley.
Tommy Pham is 0 for 2. He'll take down low, ball 1.
I always thought whenever a pitcher ran that hard to first base or through first base, he ended up in the outfield grass. To me as an infielder, I was going to the mound and I was going to slow the game down and let him catch his breath.
And now the 1-0 instead of tossed to first. Plus, he's just made an error, too, and that kind of might take away some of his concentration from pitching temporarily.
Absolutely. I like what Smiley just did there. He just, a non-effort throw to first base, and what does that do? Just slows the game down.
Cubs 5, Cardinals 1, 6th inning, 2 down. Pham will look at a breaking ball, low, ball 2.
That's another good pitch. That one got all of the strike zone. I mean, the entire ball. And I think this is one of those situations for the Cubs catcher. Bethancourt has not caught him much and is having a hard time with the knuckle curveball.
Pham hits a fly ball to right, going back Suzuki, and he makes a running catch. Backhand reaching high over his head, going away. Very nice play by Seiya Suzuki. Cardinals don't score. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Cubs 5, St. Louis.
You're often recognized for your talent on the field, Gemini, but you don't get as much credit for your dazzling intellect. You have much more to offer to your fans than only fastballs, since you also have a deep knowledge about baseball facts and statistics. Using your platform to share some of your best insights will have the fans seeing you in a whole new light.
Yordan Alvarez, who doubled his last time up.
As he drives one deep to right field. Forget about this one. Number 30 on the air for the big man. And he's done it again against the Mariners. It's now 4-0 Astros.
Air Yordan has gone big yard here in T-Mobile.
Yordan with a double and a home run to start this series. The big man coming up big early. That's now a 30 home run season for Yordan Alvarez, only playing in his 109th game on the year.
Raffy, 18 home runs for the year, leading the club at 51 runs batted in. And a liner into right field. That's down for a base hit.
Casino Hotel Milwaukee. 12 bars and restaurants, 3,000 slot machines, table games, sports betting, and more. Light up your senses at Potawatomi. Explore more at PaysBig.com.
Cody Bellinger's On Deck. Who's On Deck is sponsored by On Deck. Need a small business loan fast. Apply today at OnDeck.com. Pat?
Cubs trying to make it 2 in a row in this series, leading 5-1, bottom of the 6th inning. Right-hander Sean Armstrong is now doing the Cardinal pitching in relief of starter Erick Fedde. Fedde had the one bad inning, the second, when he gave up all 5 runs. And now Cody Bellinger will try to get a Cubs rally going here in the 6th. He'll take a fastball up and in, ball 1. Opposing pitching changes. Those are always brought to you by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Cubs. Bellinger looks at a strike. Sloan is also the leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at Sloan.com. Bellinger, the designated hitter, takes a fastball, strike 2. Cody has flied to center and flied to right. The DH waiting for Armstrong, and the 0-2 pitch. Bellinger hits a drive foul off to the left out of play. The DH, by the way, for the Cubs, that is always sponsored by Fireplace and Chimney Authority. Visit online or their Elmhurst and Lyle showrooms. Here's the 1-2. Lined into right field, a base hit. Nice job by Bellinger. He was a little out in front, but he kept the hands back and able to pull a single into right field.
They got that breaking ball, a little backdoor cutter, and just reaches out and just hooks it, as you said. A little out in front, but keeps the hands back, and that is the key to not rolling over that ball, is to stay back as the best you can with your hands.
Isaac Paredes will take a strike.
And heart of the lineup, that is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Book low fares today at southwest.com.
The 0-1 dribbles slowly on the ground towards second base, scooped up by Donovan, throws to first in time. Advancing to second safely is Bellinger. Paredes out 4-3. 1 down, a man in scoring position. Cubs lead 5-1, and the batter Nico Horner. Ron, keeping the hands back, is that something guys would work on in batting practice? Can it be a natural thing that some guys just do better than others?
Some guys do it better than others, absolutely. And it comes back to kind of the mechanics of your setup and your swing. As Nico check swing, takes that pitch for a strike. I wonder if he hurt his wrist or something. He's walking around. That something wasn't right. But what happens is you try to separate your stride, and now they're coming out. I thought something wasn't right with Nico. Very end. Taking a look here. There's Cubs trainer and Craig Counsell coming out.
Nick Frangella talking with Nico. Nico explaining. You know Nico wants to stay in the game. That's a given. And he will stay in the game. The runner at second is Cody Bellinger. Big crowd at Wrigley. We'll get the exact attendance figure here soon. It's going to be close to 40,000, 39, somewhere in that neighborhood. Same two teams tomorrow at 1:20. Nico will take a fastball high, and the count 1-1. And then a night game on Sunday night. The Sunday night game of the week. I think that's a 6:15 start. Nico takes one outside, and the count now 2-1. 6:10 p.m. on Sunday, 1:20 tomorrow. And the Minnesota Twins are here on Monday night to open up a 3-game series. Go to CUBS.com for tickets. Horner hits a slow bouncing ball to second. Donovan will throw him out at first. 2 down, Bellinger goes to third. And let's see if Swanson can drive in a run.
Little two-seamer inside to Nico. A little jam shot towards second. And now here's where you need that big 2-out hit from Dansby.
Swanson had the big game-tying double in the bottom of the 9th inning last night. And the pitch on the way to Dansby popped up right side, twisting toward foul territory and out of play. And you could tell he was one happy camper when he was at second base. Good to see some emotion from big league ball players.
Yeah, no, that was great. Absolutely. Dansby's had his struggles offensively this year, hitting 224, and you know, to come through with a big hit like that, he was some kind of fired up.
He takes outside. He is 1 for 2 today. He was along for the ride on the 3-run homer for Christian Bethancourt. The bottom of the order put together that rally. The 1-1 fouled away. This is Armstrong's Cardinal debut. He was a trade deadline acquisition a few days ago. And the 1-2 on the way to Dansby. Swing and a miss. Ends the inning. Bellinger had a leadoff single, but the Cubs did not score. We go to inning number 7. Cubs 5, St. Louis 1. This is the score.
Libera tu espíritu ganador. Apuestas deportivas y cientos de juegos de casino. Disfruta de pagos en minutos, una plataforma segura y atención personalizada en todo momento. Pronostica, diviértete y lleva tu pasión al siguiente nivel. Betcris.
Lawrence just logged his 100th Major League game yesterday. Let's sandwich that with something. That ball in the air towards right field. Lawrence Butler is going to watch it fly at Fenway. 3-run homer for Lawrence Butler, and he raised his hands out to that crowd in right field, who I guarantee you had a couple things to say to the right fielder tonight. What a feeling for the Law Dog.
457 feet. That ball is absolutely crushed.
Big spot right here. Sends it deep the other way. Donovan backing up to the track, to the wall. And Pavin Smith hits one off the wall. This will get 2 runs home. 8-1. Pavin.
And leaks. Strength that's anything but ordinary.
Hefty.
Cubs got all of their runs in a cluster of hits, including home runs in that second inning, and they still lead 5-1 as the 7th inning commences. Brendan Donovan will take the first pitch for a strike. Donovan 1 for 2 with a single. Michael Ciani to follow, and then Mason Wynn. Lefty to lefty. This ball is hit in the air to center. Playable for Crow Armstrong. Out number 1.
A very nice start here to the 7th. 1 pitch, 1 out.
First out sponsored by Xfinity. Ron, did you know you can stream sports with Xfinity?
Really? How's that? Is there a reason
Well,
why?
the reason is fairly simple. It's only live once.
Oh, wow.
I think I know exactly what that means, but I wouldn't bet on it. We just read them.
Oh, I bet you've streamed before.
Actually, I have, now that I know exactly what streaming is.
Yeah, you've watched Netflix or any of those stations. Yeah.
Yes, I have.
See, you're a serial streamer.
I feel I wouldn't go that far. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Taken down low for a ball, 3-0. I feel like I'm more part of the in crowd, though, now that I'm streaming.
Well, I'll tell you, when you're in the Hall of Fame, everybody's trying to be in your crowd. Let's just put it that way.
Inside, that's ball 4 to Michael Ciani. You don't want to be walking guys leading by 4 runs in the 7th inning. 1 out, 1 on. Back to the top of the order for Mason Wynn. Wynn today has singled twice. He has also flied to center. He will take down low for a ball. It's a good-looking young player.
Yeah, good shortstop, good actions, great arm. One of the best arms in baseball from short.
He's got a little power. Hitting .280. Smiley chases the runner back to first.
Just think of that. Just that alone. If you got a shortstop that's a young guy that's come in the league, and you think, boy, he's an everyday shortstop defensively. He hits .280. You got an all-star.
Here's a ground ball to short. Swanson goes to second, 1 over to first. That's a double play. 6-4, 3-inning ending twin killing. Cardinals do not score. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. Cubs 5.
It's the great mascot race. Here we go. And they're off. They're neck and neck. Look at them go, folks. The crowd goes wild. It's the home stretch. It's a close race. It's the play at the plate. It's Fredbird. Congratulations. You won the great mascot race.
Ohtani stalls another baseball. Base hit in right field. Pages struts home. 3-0 Dodgers.
That came off the bat at 119 miles an hour. If I'm playing first, I don't want any part of that. That's the hardest of his career, 119.2, wow. If you're keeping track at home. I mean, thank goodness that wasn't at somebody. Oh, my.
This ball's crushed to deep left. Back on it is Donovan. It's out of here. First big league homer for James Wood. A 3-run shot to the
.org/ourbest. Save big money now at Menards. Mastercraft has been making great doors inside and out for over 50 years. Choose from the best in-stock selection of doors, ready to take home today. Or design your door your way in-store or on Menards.com. Save big on Mastercraft doors at Menards, America's #1 home improvement retailer for customer satisfaction, according to J.D. Power or J.D. Power 2024 award information. Visit jdpower.com/awards.
Save big money at Menards.
Crow Armstrong facing Sean Armstrong. First pitch strike, second pitch fouled away, 0-2. Pete Crow Armstrong got the Cubs rolling with an RBI single back in the second inning. He hit a 3-1 pitch and put the Cubs on the board. The next batter, Christian Bethancourt, then had the game's big blow. The opposite field 3-run homer to right center. Later in the inning, Michael Busch hit a towering home run. And that's all of the Cubs' offense for the day. Happened in about a 4-batter span. But so far it's been enough. Leading 5-1 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Excellent pitching by Javier Assad, and now the bullpen picking up where he left off. Cubs trying to make it 2 in a row in this series, trying to make it 3 in a row going back to the finale in Cincinnati. 2 more games to go after today in this series. Now the 2-2 to Crow Armstrong. Loop foul out of play. And Ron, I would think as a ball player, especially if you're an everyday player grinding out every inning, a 4-game series between these two teams, I'll bet you are pretty well spent at the end of those 4 games.
There is no doubt about it. You have expended all your energy, and come Monday morning, you will be sleeping in trying to get prepared for the Minnesota Twins. But you will expend all of your mental and physical energy in that series.
I get tired just broadcasting 4 games between these two teams.
Yeah, it's an intense series, there's no doubt.
Now it's 3-2 on Crow Armstrong. He hits it foul out of play. Cubs 5, St. Louis 1. Big crowd at Wrigley. See if the Cubs can get a little insurance and put this one out of reach. Low and inside, ball 4. Crow Armstrong today, Ron's had 3 good plate appearances, the RBI single, the warning track fly ball, and now a base on balls. Sometimes you watch a game and you think, he just made some improvements and some developments right before our eyes today.
Yeah, no, I would agree. And being on base twice, for him, he is the one guy that, boy, when you say his on-base percentage really matters.
He's running. The pitch low. They'll never get him. In fact, they don't even try. He had a gigantic jump on the pitcher, Sean Armstrong, and Pete Crow Armstrong swiped second base virtually uncontested.
Yeah, his on-base percentage, ranks a lot higher than other guys, that's for sure.
Fly ball down the right field line, over and making the catch is Nootbaar, tagging and going to third. After the grab is Crow Armstrong. Crow Armstrong now, by the way, 21 for 21 in stealing bags this year.
But it's the second play Nootbaar has made in that kind of corner down the line, dealing with the sidewall. He's made 2 good plays down there.
Now the infield in. Let's see if Ian Happ can drive in a run with 1 away and a man at third. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, 21 for 21. That works, right?
Absolutely, Ron. This is an RBI spot. What's the thinking for Happ here?
Well, you want a ball up and out over the plate. You want a fastball, something you can drive to center, left center field. You want to stay away from rolling over the ground ball.
He takes high for a ball. It's 1-1. Happ looking for his 63rd run batted in. And the 1-1, swinging a foul back. Now with 2 strikes, do you change?
Well, you just shorten up and try to put the ball in play the best you can. Ian got a pitch in the outside corner. He was on it just underneath it.
Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Happ is out on strikes, 2 down. The infielders move back, and the batter is Michael Busch. Oliver Marmol, the manager, to the mound, might want to make a pitching change. He's got Matthew Liberatore in the bullpen, and he will go for a change. So he wants the lefty Liberator to face the left-handed batting Bush. That would seem to be the primary motive for this change. We'll be right back in a moment. Pitching changes by the opposition. Those are sponsored by Sloan. Sloan, the official watery...
This is it. The beekeeper made his way, a grand entrance onto the field here. He just removed the bees.
Bees are all gone. We're clear for baseball. Diamondbacks in extra innings this year, just 1 and 3. Christian Walker. Goodbye, Arizona. Woo! The first career walk-off home run for Christian Walker. His first multi-homer game this year, and the Diamondbacks walk off the Dodgers.
Hit hard, deep left field. Travis d'Arnaud has given the Braves the lead. Shot from Travis d'Arnaud. He's looking to add another. D'Arnaud goes yard for the second time tonight. This one is hit well. Deep left center field. It is a grand slam for Travis d'Arnaud. His third homer of the night. And the Braves lead 7-3.
Sponsored by North Shore Adult Diapers, reassuringly strong protection for even the heaviest control problems. Visit northshore.com. And the stolen base by PCA is a reminder that for every stolen base this season, a Turo tire will make a donation to keeping families covered. Huh?
Matthew Liberator, left-handed pitcher for St. Louis. His ERA for the year, 5.34. Michael Bush will try to drive in the run. Pete Crow Armstrong leading at third base. Cubs with a 5-1 lead. First pitch in for a strike. Bush with a long home run back in the second inning. His 14th of the year. Lefty to lefty. Here comes the 0-1. Fastball just outside. Boy, there's a big hole on that opposite side of the infield. About a 70-foot gap between Arenado and Wynn. And the pitch on the way. Breaking ball missing for ball 2. Liberator respecting the speed of Crow Armstrong, not working from a windup. He's working out of a stretch right here, not taking any chances. And now Bush hits a fly ball to center. It's going to be caught by Ciani to end the inning. Cubs don't score. On to the 8th inning. Cubs 5, Cardinals 1. This is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines.
Hit pretty well, sending Jake Myers back, still going back near the wall. What a catch by Jake! He's done it again! Jake robbed Byron Buxton, and now he takes one away from Riley Green.
Jake going back and taking away some extra bases. He had to turn around over his right shoulder to into his left shoulder and then leaped up and made the play, and he was pumped.
Ohtani stalls another baseball. Base hit in right field. Pages struts home. 3-0 Dodgers.
That came off the bat at 119 miles an hour. If I'm playing first, I don't want any part of that. That's the hardest of his career, 119.2, if you're keeping track at home. I mean, thank goodness that wasn't at somebody.
5-1 Cubs, top of the 8th inning here at Wrigley. And this 8th inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids. 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars of the K to donate your car today, Patrick.
Well, we do go to inning number 8. Cubs on top 5-1. Alec Burleson, left-handed batter, leads it off for St. Louis and takes outside from Julian Merriweather, tall, hard-throwing right-hander. The catch of the game, that goes to the catch by Suzuki earlier in the game. A ball hit by Tommy Pham. Burleson checks and holds up in the count 2-0. But the catch of the game, sponsored by Catch Des Moines. Catch Fair Fever at the Iowa State Fair, August 8th through the 18th. Fastball is high. Plan your best days ever at iowastatefair.org. And speaking of the fair, we received a nice letter from a great Cub fan, Paula Ayala, Ayala. It says, could you please tell my husband hi?
Hi.
Hi, hubby. It is a leadoff walk here in the inning. Burleson gets the base on balls. It's not what you want to do when you're leading by 4. Wilson Contreras, the batter. 5-1 Cubs over St. Louis. Contreras 0 for 2 with a walk. He will swing away and foul it away. But Paula Ayala, it says, tell my husband hi. He is on the mend from rotator cuff surgery, so we hope that he's not in too much pain.
No.
And now the 0-1 pitch on the way. Contreras swings late, doesn't get it, 0-2. It says, Dear Mr. Hughes and Ron.
Yeah.
I can fill in those names. I'm Pat, and he's Coomer.
There you go. Perfect. Now we're back to even.
Here comes the 0-2. And that's going to be a wild pitch bouncing away from Bethancourt. And down to second goes Burleson. But it says, I found this in a local antique shop. And it's an Iowa State Fair mug, a coffee mug.
Yeah.
And it's got a cow, a picture of a cow with the various parts of the cow. And I won't give too many more details than that. And it has the word butter all over the cow. Strike 3 as Contreras is out on strikes. And that's out number 1 here in the 8th inning. But that is, of course, for the Iowa State Fair. And
everybody knows it's the butter cow from the State Fair, right?
I do now, yes. And there's also an extra item that Paula was able to drop by. One away, Paul Goldschmidt takes a strike. A recipe for steak de Burgo. And I haven't seen that, Ron. I noticed you grabbed that recipe, and you're going to take that home. Here's the 0-1. Check swing, foul back, 0-2.
Yeah, that may make the old menu. Yeah. A little steak de Burgo.
Now, you are a restaurant owner.
Yeah.
A restaurateur.
We may have to give steak de Burgo a shot here on the menu. Now, I know you've had steak de Burgo many times.
I'll say yes. Here's the 0-2 pitch down low for a ball.
It's good, isn't it?
1-2. Again, I'll nod in the affirmative. But I also like Paula's final words here. It says, Go Cubs from a faithful listener since 1980. Your radio people are the best.
There we go.
Now the 1-2 taken high by Goldschmidt. Well, I can help you there too. Zach Zaidman would be.
He's part radio people.
He's part of. He's got radio people written all over it. Ian Kuhn, our engineer today.
Yeah.
Not really radio people, but he is today. Here's a chopper foul left side. This is his first appearance of the year.
Ian's trying to give us the Heisman on this one.
Not sure if he deserves equal credit with the great Paul Zerang.
Paul's radio people.
Rich Wyatt, called Rich Hyatt by an uninformed broadcaster many years ago. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That would have been yours truly.
I almost forgot about that.
I didn't. 2-2 pitch swing and a miss. Strike 3. Goldschmidt out on strikes. Out number 2. So back-to-back strikeouts. Cubs lead 5-1. And the batter is Nolan Arenado.
Nice pitch. Good breaking ball by Merriweather to get the strikeout.
But we do thank Paula Ayala for thinking of us. And sending us these mugs. And calling us radio people. Here's a pitch. On the outside, in fact, it was a ball outside to Arenado. We have not yet received the attendance today. Chopper foul, but now we have. Boy, you talk about fast service.
Wow.
37,613. 37,613. Ron Coomer, a radio people, is the winner.
Huge day in the Coomer household today.
And the 1-1. Good breaking ball on the outside corner. He has a chance to strike out 3 in a row. What pitch could do it?
Well, you got a couple options. You know, Merriweather with such a good fastball. That is never a bad option when you're rushing it up there about 97 miles an hour. See if he goes to heater or a slider.
Arenado lines it foul to right out of play.
A little curveball, a little over-the-top off-speed pitch for Merriweather.
But that Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game brought to you by Benny's, the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. Still going to name a toast to the game player. Yeah. That's in the 9th inning. We are in the 8th. Cubs lead 5-1. A bluff pickoff move towards second. First out in the inning brought to you by Xfinity. Extreme. There is no extreme in this commercial. You can stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live once.
You can stream the extreme with Xfinity if you'd like.
That would be another option. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Arenado. These are live broadcasts. The 2-2 pitch. Low and outside for a ball.
Oh, I can tell you, I prove it every day.
Yes, sir. There's no editing.
Yeah.
We don't go back and change it before it goes out live. My goodness, what a terrifying thought that is.
3 straight hours.
Full count on Arenado. Cubs 5, Cardinals 1, 8th inning.
You know how you get a new guy in the booth, and we've worked with Ian many times, and he's just come off tour with Dave Matthews as their sound guy, and I've seen a lot of head shaking from Ian today looking at me, and I'm not quite sure why, partner. Can you give me a hint?
He's looking for Dave to come to the rescue. Sorry, Ian.
He's got a little TV time out, a little vacation time.
And the 3-2 to Nolan Arenado. Check swing, no swing. That's ball 4. Bethencourt thought, A, that it possibly was a strike, and B, that Arenado might have swung. And that's what Craig Counsell is saying now. Did you call that a ball, or did you? Let's watch it again.
Yeah, the pitch is borderline ball strike. The swing is borderline swing, and Cubs didn't get either call. Bruce Dreckman said, no, that pitch is down.
So now Tommy Hottovy to the mound. You've got a guy with some power at the plate, Lars Nootbaar. The wind is still blowing toward right field. And it's one of those spots, Ron, where you just cannot give up a home run to right to Nootbaar.
Yeah, you got to keep the ball in the ballpark. Absolutely. Wind blowing. If it's going to help any ball at all, it would have to be a ball that's hooking right at the right field foul pole. Balls hit the straight left and center. Even right center are going to get held up. But towards that corner, they might get a little help.
Managers' challenges and instant replays. They take a second look. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. Nootbaar checks on a pitch down in the dirt. Ball one. Nootbaar nothing for 3. Burleson leads at second. Arenado at first. Cubs lead 5-1. 8th inning. Low and inside. Ball 2.
And safe at the plate. Cubs hitters. That's sponsored by Granger. Think safety, think Granger.
Nobody throwing in the Cub bullpen. The Cardinals have a right-hander, Kyle Leahy, throwing. And the 2-0 to Nootbaar. There's a pitch taken high for ball 3. Hector Neris now gets up to throw. According to our data, he just did get up. Let's see if Merriweather can come back. There is a strike. Nootbaar, understandably, taking all the way.
Right now, you got to make a quality pitch here to Nootbaar. That last fastball, a very good one, 96 miles an hour, right off the outside corner. You need another pitch, something like that.
Nootbaar takes ball 4, down low. 3 walks in the inning. Cubs with a 5-1 lead. And you're just surprised, Ron, when you see a big league team issue 3 walks when you're leading by 4 runs.
Well, I'm just surprised on 3-1. They throw the 3-0 fastball for a strike, and then on 3-1 you go with a curveball. I'm kind of shocked that they went with the breaking pitch on 3-1.
Tommy Pham is the tying run at the plate, and he takes a strike. Pham is nothing for 3. Lined out, popped out, and lined out to deep right with Suzuki making a fine defensive play. The tying run at the plate. Pham swings and misses. Okay, Ron, it's 0-2. What's on your mind?
Well, you got options now. You're at 0-2 against Pham. It's kind of a free swinger. You can throw another breaking ball down. You can elevate a fastball and see if you can get him to chase. You've thrown 2 hooks down. I like the elevated fastball.
Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball is low. 1-2.
That is still an option. 3 straight breaking balls in a row.
Cubs 5, Cardinals 1, 8th inning, 2 down, bases loaded. A ball and 2 strikes on Tommy Pham. Right-hander to right-hander, the pitch. Inside, ball 2. Brendan Donovan, a left-handed batter, is on deck. You don't want him to bat in this inning. Here comes the 2-2. Pham takes just high, ball 3. Boy, that didn't miss by much.
No.
Let's watch it again.
Yep, high breaking ball right at the top of the zone. Bruce Treckman had it high, right on the top line of the strike zone in our monitor.
3-2, the runners go. The pitch fouled away. Full count, 2 down. Slight advantage, Redbirds. The runners can start moving as soon as the pitcher gets ready to deliver. He got away with that last pitch, by the way. Now the 3-2. There go the runners. High for ball 4. Merriweather has walked 4 in the inning, and that forces in a run. And let's see what Craig Counsell wants to do.
He is debating. He's on the stairs, but has not walked out.
Brendan Donovan at the plate. Bethencourt, the catcher, I think being told by the Cubs dugout, perhaps even Craig Counsell himself, go out and talk to Merriweather for a minute. They're trying to buy some time for Hector Neris, probably, Ron.
Yeah, I would agree. And now Craig Counsell's coming out, and they are going to make a change. This is the second trip to the mound for the Cubs.
Strange inning. Not a single ball has been put in play. 4 walks and 2 strikeouts. Cardinals have scored a run. It's 5-2 Cubs. Bases loaded, 2 down when we come back. After this, on the score, and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Can you find Jose Altuve in this photo of Astros fans?
Altuve's done it again! Jose Altuve up to the train track! What a play!
Called upon, Ron.
Yeah, that's the issue. I would say probably yes. I would think Hector, as hot and humid as it is, shouldn't take much to get loose as a veteran bullpen guy.
Okay, bases loaded, 2 down. Cubs lead by 3 at 5-2. First pitch off speed to Donovan outside, ball 1.
One thing for Neris is now you're asking him to get a 4-out save in this ballgame.
Here comes the next offering. Check swing. He went too far. He chased a bad ball. It ended up way inside. Excellent save by Bethancourt, the catcher. It's 1-1. Cubs got a break on that one.
Another off-speed pitch in the dirt. Nice block, as you said.
Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. Off-speed pitch down low. 2-1. Cubs also brought to you by Circa Resort and Casino. Get ready for the time of your life. CircaLasVegas.com. Cubs 5, Cardinals 2, bases loaded, 2 down. Ball 3 outside, 3-1.
Oh boy, that's a good pitch. There's been quite a few close pitches, and Bruce Streckman's strike zone has really gotten tight in this inning. His zone has been pretty tight, but he has missed a lot of borderline pitches have not been called strikes.
And there's a strike. It's 3-2.
Same pitch.
Traveling time for the runners. Crowd rising to the occasion. 2 outs, bases loaded. The pitch, ball 4, down low. It forces in another run. 5 walks in the inning by the Cub bullpen. 4 in a row here with 2 down. And now the score is 5-3. Bases remain loaded for Michael Ciani. Or is this Brandon Crawford?
I think Brandon Crawford has now entered the game. It's a pinch hit.
Former Giant shortstop. He's always had power, left-handed batter. And Crawford will bat for Ciani.
Cubs playing Crawford deep, but straight up. Pretty big size gap in left center field.
But the bag's loaded. The pitch to Crawford, ball 1. What a strange inning. There have been 7 batters in the inning and not a single ball hit into fair territory.
Yeah, crazy.
2 strikeouts and 5 walks. And now the 1-0 to Crawford. That's a strike. Just barely in the zone, 1-1.
I would bet Crawford, unless he gets a perfect pitch to hit, he is not going to swing probably till he gets to 2 strikes. He has not even looked to get the bat off his shoulder.
Here comes the 1-1. He swings and fouls this one away, 1-2.
Back-to-back fastballs. He was on that last heater.
Fans are standing at Wrigley. And now the 1-2 to Crawford. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Neris strikes out Crawford. There's the biggest out of the game, recorded by the Cubs pitching staff. The Cardinals score twice on a pair of bases loaded walks.
And now the bases are loaded with a 1 out to the top of the order.
Hits it in the air, deep to center. Ehrmeyer back it up, and Marte, it's Ketel Marte, the All-Star. A grand slam, and it's a ball game again. I can't think of a more fitting way for him to close what has been a sensational All-Star first half than with a grand slam to get the Diamondbacks back in this ball game, his 19th home run this year.
1-2. Strike. Well, that pitch not going to count. We have a balk? Yeah, we have a balk.
Yeah, I don't think he stopped. I don't think Boyle stopped.
And Judge takes advantage. High, deep, and gone. Aaron Judge gives the Yankees a 2-0 lead. Well, that balk eliminated a potential strike three.
Out, exactly.
And then Judge just smashed it to right field.
And a high towering fly ball left center. That's pretty well hit. Ramos to the track and wall. That ball is gone. A 2-run homer for Goldschmidt. Number 350 in his career.
This is a guy that has an idea of what he's looking for. That's number 10 on this season for Goldie, and as you mentioned, number 350 in the career of Paul Goldschmidt.
Painting season is here. Cover all your bases by visiting BenjaminMoore.com for your nearest store location. Benjamin Moore is the official paint of the Chicago Cubs.
Suit up this season at MLBShop.com. Check out the largest selection of official jerseys, caps, t-shirts, collectibles, and more. Gear up with your Cubs at MLBShop.com.
Kyle Leahy is the new pitcher. He's a right-hander for St. Louis. First pitch to Suzuki is in there for a called strike. Seiya 1 for 3, swings and fouls it back. Please stay tuned for the Toast of the Game ball player presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. That's coming up in the 9th inning and named by Ron Coomer. Leahy, big, strong right-hander coming back to Suzuki outside, 1-2. How about the at our best moment of the game? I'm going to select the 3-run homer by Christian Bethancourt in the Cubs' second inning.
Yeah, I'll go with that for sure.
Seiya checks and takes outside. That turned a 1-0 lead into a 4-0 lead. And the Cubs have had the lead all day. Right now it's 5-3. Bottom of the 8th. Kind of a scary top of the 8th inning. There's a drive into left center. That's going to be a base hit in the gap. Going all the way to the ivy. Bouncing off the wall. It's a 2-base hit for Seiya Suzuki. His 2 hits today, a double and a triple.
Seiya having a good series against the Cardinals with a long home run yesterday. And now another couple extra base hits. This is a bullet in the gap. And now the Cubs you got to score a run here. You got to do a good job of situational hitting. You got your hottest hitter, or one of them, between him and Suzuki. Bellinger at the plate.
Swings and fouls it back. Doubles by Cubs batters. Brought to you by Traffic Tech. Double up your business with Traffic Tech, the hardest working team in transport. Getting back to the at our best moment of the game. It's sponsored by Loyola Medicine. When things are at their worst, we're at our best. Loyola Medicine. Cubs 5, Cardinals 3, 8th inning. Nobody out, a man at second. Bellinger lays off some high heat. 1-1. Some changes for the Redbirds. Donovan now moves from second out to left field. Pham goes from left to right. Outside to Cody Bellinger, 2-1. Nolan Gorman comes into play second base, and Lars Nootbaar now is in center field. Leahy to Bellinger. Low and inside, 3-1.
Right now, let's see if Belly gets good pitch to hit. If there's a guy at the plate the Cubs want in this situation, it's Belly.
Short lead at second by Suzuki. Pitch to Bellinger. That's a strike. He threw him a breaking ball.
Yeah, a little backdoor slider. Caught the outside corner.
And the 3-2 from Leahy. Bellinger hits one in the air to left field. Going back is Donovan. He'll make the catch. Holding at second is Suzuki. Out number 1. That's not where you want to hit the ball today. The wind blowing in from left. The ball was hit pretty hard. It did not even get close to the warning track.
Yeah, there are days that's going to be trouble.
Yeah.
And then today, that's just a routine fly ball.
Isaac Paredes looking for his first hit in the series. He is 0 for 7. And the pitch to Isaac is in there for a strike. $37,000 plus at Wrigley. Cubs looking for their 54th win. And now Suzuki is going to be picked off, and the ball goes into center field. Suzuki's going to score. Cubs get a huge break. Cubs lead 6-3. Suzuki was picked off second base. The pitcher Leahy staring right at him. Threw the ball off the glove of Gorman, the second baseman. It trickled into center field. And instead of a man being picked off, the Cubs get a run on the play.
Boy, this is some kind of play for the Cubs. You go to having 2 outs and no one on to scoring a run.
Paredes will take a strike. I'm going to say E1.
Yeah, it probably will go E1, but if you ask the second and went into center field.
And the 0-2, Paredes takes outside. That's a big insurance run, 6-3 Cubs. Grab a little momentum back after that top of the 8th inning. Cardinals are going to have the top of the order due up in the 9th, by the way. Wynn, Burleson, and Contreras. One and 2 on Isaac Paredes. He hits a one-hopper to third, fielded by Arenado. Throws to first to Goldschmidt, and that's out number 2. Even in his advancing age as a ball player, Arenado's still kind of a treat to watch play third base, Ron.
Yeah, absolutely. Great hands, great footwork, extremely accurate throwing arm.
Two down, and here is Nico Horner taking a strike. It seems like no matter what, he's always ready to be on balance to make a throw.
Yeah, he's in position. He's just a gifted third baseman. There's no doubt about it.
Nico bounces one toward the middle. That's going to be gloved by Mason Wynn. What a play he made. Wynn with the defensive play of the day. A sliding stop, quickly got to his feet and threw out the speedy Nico Horner. Not too many shortstops make that play. Cubs get a run, a gift.
And here is Giancarlo.
See ya! His 400th career home run, and it gives the Yankees a 3-1 lead.
A Stantonian home run, a bullet that actually went over the bullpen and into the bleachers.
Curtain call for Giancarlo Stanton.
A milestone blast that looks like it traveled about a mile.
Total strength, hitting the ball solid, just being strong enough to hit a line drive 400 plus.
Pay off in a big spot right here. Sends it deep the other way. Donovan backing up to the track, to the wall. And Pavin Smith hits one off the wall. This will get 2 runs home. 8-1. Pavin Smith the other way. And Pavin trying to unload. Sends one out to right. And it's in the bullpen for a grand slam for Pavin Smith. And it's 14-1.
He's having quite a night. 6 RBIs.
Paul Skeens, you know all about him, the #1 overall pick in the country just last year out of LSU. He's getting ready to warm up today and get ready to throw out that first pitch.
Boy, that's just nasty. That's a backdoor curveball.
There's an 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 7 strikeouts for Paul Skeens.
I'm a double cancer survivor. Northwestern Medicine Proton Center treats a range of tumors and was the first proton center in Illinois. Visit protoncenter.nm.org.
Hefty trash bags, the official trash bags of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty, ultra-strong trash bags resist rips, tears, and leaks. Strength that's anything but ordinary.
Hefty, hefty, hefty.
First pitch to Mason Wynn, lined up the middle, backhand diving catch by Nico Horner.
Well, you really can't do it much better than that. This pitch inside outed by Wynn. And Nico up the middle makes a nice diving catch on that line drive to get the first out.
He dove toward the middle, made a very nice catch. And that is out number 1. Full confession, we were still in the commercial break when Ian actually made that catch. I did supply a little bit of the crowd noise. In fact, all of it.
Yeah.
There's the pitch outside and the count 1-1.
Well, how about the hardest working player of the game, sponsored by Bosch Power Tools? What hard workers deserve. How about Nico with that line drive catch? Some of the great defensive plays the Cubs have made today.
That's a great call, Ron. Absolutely. First out in the inning, sponsored by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity, even extreme sports, because it's only live once. Now the 1-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. Burleson is out on strikes. Heading back to Mason Wynn leading off the inning. The irony is Wynn took a base hit away from Horner to end the 8th inning, so Nico says, hey, 2 can play that game.
Yeah.
I'll take a base hit away from you, Pally. 2 down, nobody on. Wilson Contreras, the batter, takes down low for ball 1. Cardinals down to their last out. Big crowd at Wrigley. Bounce to first. Glove by Bush. Underhand feed to Neris. Cubs win. Cubs win the ball game. 1-2-3 inning. Neris gets the save. And the Cubs have made it 2 in a row over St. Louis, extending their overall winning streak to 3 in a row, going back to the finale in Cincinnati. But things are looking up for this Cubs team, Ron.
Yeah, they're playing some good baseball, swinging the bat. 8 hits in the ball game, but a key inning, key swings of the bat. As you talked about, Bethencourt, the big bomb. Crow Armstrong with a line drive single in that same inning before to drive in a run. And Cubs, doing their job, pitching it well enough to keep your team in the game, and the offense doing its job. Before we go too far, this copyrighted broadcast presented by the authority of the Chicago Cubs. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards.
What do you like for the toast of the game, Ron?
Well, I think you get a lot of options. How about the bottom of the lineup with that 5 spot in that second inning? Kind of tapped off by Bethencourt's big 3-run homer. So how about the bottom of the lineup today doing their job?
That is a good call. And I believe we're going to go down to Bruce Levine, our good friend, with a special guest.
All right, Pat and Ron, I'm with Pete Crow Armstrong. And Pete, you got the ball rolling today with a big hit. A lot of fun watching the Chicago Cubs win ball games.
It absolutely is fun to win ball games like this. Nico and Dan's really started all that, in my opinion. Dan's beating out that infield hit. Nico's been putting really good swings on the ball the last month. But they're just giving me opportunities, to drive guys in, and that's all we really can ask for out of any part of our lineup, but especially with the 6, 7, 8, 9.
You know what it is? Nobody's going to be perfect every day. Assad comes out here, battles his rear end off, gives you the best score, and then the bullpen picks it up. But when you look at the team right now, it's seems to really have be clicking at this moment.
I mean, yeah, Javi's probably not too happy with his performance. But I mean, still going out and giving us 100 pitches, 100 bullets, grinding, giving us a little extra boost of let's go get this. That's all we can ask for, especially when it's a tough day for your starter. And then, I mean, obviously the walks were on the board, but I mean, Hector, clutch, Tyson, really good inning in however many. So just a really good overall day. People picking each other up back and forth.
All right, I think we can talk about you now. We talked about the team. 22 in a row. I bet with one of my people at the score that you're never going to get thrown out in your entire career. You're going to steal 550 bases without getting thrown out. What has that been like, though? I mean, it's been magical on the bases for you.
I got a lot of really good teachers. I mean, even dating back to last year with Greeny. Knapp and Greeny have us on a really good routine, base run routine, and it's turned into something that's kind of by nature. And I mean, you see it with Nico's bag last night. That might be one of the best plays the Cubs have had all season. But running the bases, we should be aggressive. We should be fun. We see Seiya being aggressive. He was just talking to Willie about stealing third before that pitch, and you got to be aggressive. That's how you.
Again, Blanco one pitch away. Ground ball. Dubon throws to first. No hitter. Ronald Blanco in his 8th career start. The 30-year-old makes magic on April Fool's Day. Today, he makes history. Unbelievable.
It's a quick 0-2. That one didn't matter. Here comes Yelich to the plate, and Yelich is safe at home.
How does he throw the ball back to the pitcher? From a knee. He looks up. I mean, a great move by Weathers just to barehand it and throw it back. But as a lefty, the first thing you need to do is be looking over at third base and moving that direction just in case. But honestly, that hardly ever happens.
Ohtani stalls another baseball. Base hit in right field. Pajes struts home. 3-0 Dodgers.
You are listening to The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Listen to every Cubs game all season long right here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Step up to the plate with Xfinity Internet. Get the fastest speeds and low-lag streaming for an incredible viewing experience that knocks it out of the park. And you'll have a consistent connection with reduced buffering and freezing, so you can stay in all the action inning after inning. When it's game time, make sure to catch it all with internet that's powerful and reliable. Stream sports from the best seat in the house with Xfinity, because it's only live once. Actual speeds vary and not guaranteed. Many factors affect speed. For factors affecting speed, visit Xfinity.com/network management.
This summer, get away in the Hyundai you've always wanted at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get the hottest deals of the season on many of our award-winning Hyundai models, which all come with America's best warranty. But get going, because these deals won't last. Add more joy to your journey at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now for a limited time, get 1.99% APR for 60 months on the Hyundai Tucson or Elantra. Hurry into the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Offers end September 3rd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Hey sports fans, there's no better feeling than when you're watching your team dominate. But remember, when the offseason comes, you can still channel your team spirit with a fresh coat of color. Ask Sherwin-Williams how you can make every day feel like game day with over 1,700 colors and a top-tier coaching staff to bring the energy of your team spirit home. Shop online or visit your neighborhood store today.
Engineered for efficiency, comfort, and ease, Bosch tools are built to keep workers in the zone and off the bench. Bosch tools, what hard workers deserve.
Back at Wrigley, the Cubs have made it 3 in a row, including 2 in a row over St. Louis to get this 4-game series started. Here are the game totals for the victorious Chicago Cubs. 6 runs on 8 hits and 1 error. The Cardinals, 3 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error. The winning pitcher, Tyson Miller, he is now 3-1 for the Cubs. The losing pitcher making his Cardinal debut today, Erick Fedde. Overall, combining today with his work with the White Sox earlier this season, Fedde is 7-5. The save for Hector Neris, number 15. In a game that took 2 hours and 42 minutes to play in front of a great crowd, both in terms of numbers and enthusiasm, 37,613. Cubs win it by a score of 6-3. Ron, some final thoughts?
Well, I just think when you look back at this ball game, big key inning early in the ball game in that second. The Cubs do their damage, and Bethencourt with a big 3-run homer right before that. Pete Crow Armstrong got a good hitter's count, aggressive on a good fastball, kind of cutter inside and smoked one to right. So bottom of the lineup did their job, but it's the competing and being able to knock in runs when you got a chance, and competing well, and doing some positive things. This team is on a little bit of a roll now with three straight ball games of good quality baseball.
Ronnie, we're going to take a quick timeout. Be back with just a little bit more right after this. The final today, the Cubs 6 and the Cardinals 3. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Nico Horner. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
With the enhanced engine performance and fuel economy of newly reformulated Tri-Clean gas from Citgo, you're good to go. But good to go where? Exotic bird shopping?